Are you stupid or just lazy? Gregory Stone's voice explodes through Sterling's fine dining. Friday night, crystal chandeliers, expensive wine. I said, move faster! Or is that too complicated for you people to understand? The black waitress stands frozen, tray in hand. Name tag, Fiona. I'm sorry, Mr. Stone. I'll do better. Her voice stays calm, respectful, steady. He grabs a pink slip, scribbles violently, slams it on her tray. $200 fine. Slow service. Third strike. Glasses rattle. Customers stare. No one helps. You're practically stealing from me with how slow you move. But what Gregory doesn't know is that this slow waitress owns everything he thinks is his. 3 weeks earlier, Sterling's fine dining occupies a converted 1920s bank building in downtown Portland. Original marble columns rise to vaulted ceilings. Brass fixtures gleam under careful polish. The wine cellar sits beneath glass floors where guests can watch sommelier selections happen in real time. Average entree price, $65. The clientele knows it. Corporate executives celebrating promotions. Politicians sealing deals over Bordeaux. Anniversary couples in their finest clothes. The staff of 43 moves through the space like choreographed dancers. But look closer. Front of house, mostly white faces. Kitchen, mostly brown and black hands doing the real work. Gregory Stone rules this world from his manager's podium near the entrance. He sees everything, controls everything, or thinks he does. On a Monday morning in late April, a new server arrives for her first shift. Fiona Brooks, according to her application. Black woman, early 40s. She tells the hiring manager she's recently divorced, needs work, has restaurant experience from years ago but took time off to raise kids. She wears the standard black uniform. Sensible shoes, minimal makeup, pearl earrings. Her smile is polite but not eager. Gregory barely glances at her during orientation. Section assignments on the board. Don't mess up. We have standards here. He walks away before she can respond. What Gregory doesn't know, what no one on staff knows, Fiona Bennett owns Sterling's, all 12 locations across Oregon, Washington, and California. Bennett Hospitality Group, valued at $89 million. She built it from a single food truck 18 years ago. Forbes featured her last year, from food stamps to fine dining. But today, she's just another server, tying her apron, learning the POS system, memorizing table numbers. 6 months of red flags brought her here. Staff turnover at 340% annually. Anonymous Glassdoor reviews mentioning toxic management and racist environment. 2 discrimination lawsuits settled quietly by corporate lawyers who never told her the details. Corporate HR finally flagged this location as high risk. The regional manager assured her everything was fine. Just normal restaurant drama. Fiona decided to see for herself. She created a false employment history, used her maiden name, submitted an application like any other worker needing a job, got hired within a week. Her board of directors knows. Her husband Thomas knows. No one else. She works split shifts, 11 to 3, 5 to 10. She watches everything, documents everything. Her phone records audio in her apron pocket. Oregon is one-party consent. Week 1. Gregory criticizes her table setup 3 times. Criticizes 0 white servers. Tells her she needs to pick up the pace, despite her finishing side work faster than anyone else. Week 2. He starts timing her. Only her. Pulls out his phone stopwatch when she approaches tables. 30 seconds to greet. 2 minutes to take drink orders. No exceptions. She meets every deadline. He changes the rules. Actually, the greeting should be 20 seconds. Customers don't like waiting. Patricia Hughes watches all of this with a smile. Senior server, 56 years old, 12 years at Sterling's. White woman who's never been timed, never been criticized, never been fined. Week 3. The fines begin. $50 for taking too long on refills, $100 for making customers wait, $200 for unacceptable service speed. Fiona tracks her own performance with her phone. Average time from greeting to order, 6.2 minutes. Patricia's average, 9.8 minutes. Jennifer, another white server, 8.5 minutes. Kyle, 10.1 minutes. Fiona gets fined. They get praised. Patricia, excellent timing today. That's the standard everyone should meet. Gregory announces this loudly. Patricia beams. Fiona says nothing, just writes it down. Every incident, every witness, every dollar stolen from her paycheck. Aaron Willis, a line cook, starts noticing. Black man, 29, fastest cook on the line. Gregory finds him too. Slow ticket times. Pick up the pace. Aaron's tickets average 8 minutes. White cook's tickets average 12 minutes. Only Aaron gets written up. Diana Crawford, the hostess, sees everything from her stand. Hispanic woman, 33. She wants to speak up. She's too scared. She has kids. She needs this job. This is the world Fiona has been living in. 3 weeks of carefully documented cruelty. 3 weeks of being called too slow while being the fastest worker on staff. 3 weeks of watching Gregory Stone abuse power he thinks no one can challenge. Today is Friday, May 12th. Tonight, everything changes. 7:15, Friday evening. Dinner rush hits full force. Fiona works Section B, 4 4-tops, 2 2-tops. Anniversary couples, business dinners, men in suits discussing contracts over whiskey. She moves with precision. Greet within 30 seconds. Drinks within 2 minutes. Orders within 5. Her rhythm is perfect. Table 8 orders without hesitation. 4 minutes total from greeting to order sent to the kitchen. Table 9 is faster. Young couple. First date energy. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Her phone tracks it all. Time stamps. Evidence. Patricia handles Section A. She's chatting with Table 3, leaning against their booth. 14 minutes. Still hasn't taken drink orders. Gregory walks past. Patricia, wonderful table presence. That's how you build relationships. 7:32. Gregory approaches Fiona at the POS system. Timer visible on his phone. Fiona, Table 8 has been waiting 12 minutes for their entrees. She glances at the kitchen screen. Orders fired at 7:22. 10 minutes. Standard time for steaks. The kitchen is right on schedule, Mr. Stone. I don't care what the kitchen needs. His voice rises. Staff freeze. I care what customers need. You're too slow getting orders in. Too slow checking tables. Too slow, period. Diners at Table 9 look up. Uncomfortable. Perhaps we could discuss this privately? No! You need to hear this now so you can fix it now! He pulls out a notepad, flips pages theatrically. Table 8, 12-minute wait. Table 9, 8-minute wait for water. Table 10, 15 minutes from sitting to greeting. Every claim is false. Fiona has time-stamped data proving it. Mr. Stone, I have records. I don't care about your records. I have customer complaints. They told me they were frustrated. Table 8's husband shakes his head slightly. They said nothing. They've been happily sipping wine. 7:35. Patricia finally delivers drinks to Table 3, 20 minutes after they sat, ice melting in glasses. Gregory passes by. Patricia! Excellent timing! That's the level I expect. Aaron watches through the kitchen window, jaw clenched, hands gripping steel counter. Gregory returns to Fiona, pulls out a pink slip, fills it out while everyone watches. $200 fine for slow service. 3rd violation this month. He leaves it on the counter. Public. Humiliating. Sign it, now. Fiona reads carefully. I'd like to review the customer complaints you mentioned. You don't get to review anything. You sign and get back to work. Aaron steps forward, wipes his hands. Mr. Stone, excuse me, but Fiona's tables have been the fastest tickets all night. Did I ask for your opinion, Aaron? Gregory turns, eyes narrow. Or are you too slow to realize when to shut your mouth? Aaron freezes. He remembers his own fines. $150. Slow prep times. He was the fastest cook. Get back to your station, now! Aaron retreats. Fiona meets his eyes. Slight head shake. Not yet. 7:42. Table 10 finishes appetizers. Fiona clears within 30 seconds. 24 minutes total. Industry standard, 20 to 30. She's perfect. Gregory knows it. That's why he hates her. 7:45. He intercepts her near the kitchen. Table 10 just complained. Said you disappeared for 10 minutes. Said they couldn't find you anywhere. Impossible. Fiona has been visible continuously. Diana saw her. Aaron saw her. Mr. Stone, that's not accurate. Are you calling our customers liars? The trap is obvious. Say yes, she's insubordinate. Say no, she admits guilt. I'm asking for specifics so I can improve. His smile is cold. The specific thing is you're too slow. Fix it, or you're done. Diana approaches quietly, shows Fiona her tablet. Tonight's average service speed. Fiona, 28 minutes. Patricia, 41 minutes. Jennifer, 35 minutes. Kyle, 38 minutes. Diana whispers, "You're the fastest. Every night." 7:52. Gregory returns with 2 more slips. $100 for abandoning tables. $50 for poor customer relations. That's $350 tonight. He stacks them like dealing cards, like winning a game. One more incident and you're terminated. For that reason. No unemployment, no reference, nothing. 8:05. The door opens. Party of 8. Well-dressed. City council members celebrating a diversity bill passage. Diana checks reservations. Council member Rodriguez, table 12. They requested Fiona. One dined 2 weeks ago, loved her service. Gregory walks immediately to the host stand. Diana, reassigned to Patricia, Section A. But they requested Fiona. Fiona is too slow for VIPs. Patricia handles important guests. Fiona approaches. They're in my section and requested me. I'd be happy. Your section is wherever I say it is. He steps closer, invades her space. Expensive cologne overpowering. You're too slow, too problematic, too much of a liability for this table. The repetition of "too" is deliberate, designed to break her. Councilmember Rodriguez waits near the entrance. Latina woman, 50s, sharp eyes. She hears everything. Her expression hardens. Gregory raises his voice for the VIPs to hear. Some people don't have the natural speed and grace for fine dining. It's not personal. It's just reality. He turns to them. All smiles. So sorry for the delay. Patricia will take excellent care of you. Fiona stands still. Phone recording. Every word. Every witness. Gregory announces at the server station. Public. Theatrical. Effective immediately. Fiona moves to Section C and D. Less demanding clientele until she proves she's fast enough. Section C and D. Near kitchen. Near restrooms. Worst tables. Only 2 were occupied. All premium tables redistributed to white servers. Patricia gets Section B, gets the VIPs, gets everything. Fiona doesn't argue, just says, "Understood." She transfers her tables. Professional, calm, dignified. Inside, she's counting. $350 in fake fines tonight. 47 incidents over 3 weeks. 23 uses of "too slow" as a weapon. All recorded, all evidence, all about to destroy him. Aaron watches, fists clenched. Diana types notes, every detail. Councilmember Rodriguez says something quiet to her husband. They both watch Fiona with understanding. 8:15. Kitchen. Aaron pulls Fiona aside. This is insane. You're the best server we have. Why do you put up with this? She looks at him carefully. Because some battles are worth fighting. Some people need to be stopped. Aaron doesn't understand, but he nods. 8:20. Patricia takes over Fiona's tables. Announces loudly to table 8. So sorry for delays. Staffing issue. But you're in good hands now. Implication clear. Fiona was the problem. Table 9's guest frowns. We weren't experiencing delays. That woman was wonderful. Patricia's smile tightens. Management sees things differently. 8:35. Fiona serves Section C. Young couple. First date. 4 minutes flat from greeting to order. They smile. Thank her. Compliment her professionalism. 30% tip. 8:50. Gregory summons her to his office. That couple complained. Said you were cold. Rushed them. Made them unwelcome. Complete lie. They praised her. Left generous tip. Could I speak with them to understand? They already left. Through the door window, they're clearly still at table 14. Still eating. Still smiling. Mr. Stone, I can see them right there. His face flushes red. Don't get smart with me. She's pushed him to the edge. He's losing control, getting sloppy. That's when he decides to destroy her completely. 9:05. Gregory's office, windowless, filing cabinets. The desk is cluttered with liquor catalogs, football memorabilia on walls. He sits. Fiona stands. Power positioning. 3 strikes tonight. You're done. The fines were false accusations. I have data. I don't care about your data. His hand slams the desk. Coffee mug jumps. You're slow, incompetent. You don't belong in fine dining. The racial coding was barely concealed. I'm not firing you yet. Dishwashing. Rest of the night. Maybe humility will teach you to move faster. That's not in my job description. Your job description is whatever I say it is. 9:15. He escorts her through the kitchen, past line cooks, past Aaron, announcing loudly. Fiona's demoted to dishwashing, performance issues, too slow for the front of the house. Maybe back here she can work at her own pace. The kitchen goes silent. Steam rises. Knives stop mid-chop. Aaron meets Fiona's eyes. She shakes her head slightly. Not yet. The dishwashing station. Industrial sinks, 3 basins, scalding water hissing, mountains of plates, pots crusted with sauce, wine glasses smudged with lipstick. Tommy stands there. 18. White kid. Nervous. Tommy, go help prep. Fiona needs to learn what real work looks like. Tommy hesitates. I didn't do anything wrong, did I? No, but she did. Move. Tommy leaves quickly. Apologetic glance at Fiona. She pulls on yellow rubber gloves, turns on hot water. Steam clouds around her. The noise is deafening. Spray hitting metal, dishes clattering. She begins washing. 1 plate, 2, 5, 10. Staff glance in occasionally. Sympathetic, powerless. No one helps. 9:32. Patricia walks past with Jennifer, carrying empty wine bottles. Patricia's voice carries clearly. Some people can't handle the speed of fine dining. Better she learns now. Jennifer giggles. If you can't keep up, maybe this isn't for you. Fiona says nothing, just keeps washing, scalding water through gloves, sweat from steam, her phone in her apron pocket. Recording everything. 9:45. Last customers leave. Staff begins side work. The restaurant slowly empties. Most staff of color were sent home early. Gregory's pattern. Fewer witnesses. Remaining. Patricia, Jennifer, Kyle, all white. Aaron finished the kitchen cleanup. Diana counting register. 9:58. Gregory returns. Fiona has washed everything. Station gleams. He inspects. looking for mistakes. Finds none. Clock out. Come to my office. We need to discuss your future here. 10:03. His office. The door is half open. Patricia lurking in the hallway. Gregory scrolls his phone. Makes Fiona wait standing. 5 minutes of silence. Power move. Finally, close the door. She leaves it open. I'm comfortable here. I said close the door. She closes it halfway. The hand stays on the knob. We're missing money. $240. Patricia's VIP table tips. Fiona's expression doesn't change. The table you were too slow for. Funny how money disappears right after someone gets fined $350. Perfect accusation. Motive, needed money. Opportunity, near the server station. Timing, suspicious. I didn't take anything. Then prove it. Empty your pockets. Your bag. No. Simple, direct, firm. He stands. I have the right. You have no such right without probable cause and law enforcement. That's illegal search. My restaurant, my rules. Actually, it's not. You'll find that out soon. The hint flies over his head. Too focused on winning. 10:12. Patricia enters, right on cue. Coordinated. Gregory, I saw her near my station around 8:30, right after the VIP table paid cash. The lie is smooth, rehearsed. Fiona was in the dish pit at 8:30. Aaron saw her continuously. You're lying. Aaron saw me washing dishes. Patricia scoffs. That line cooks? He'll say anything to protect you people. You people? Patricia backtracks. I mean, new employees. Gregory blocks the door. Last chance. Empty pockets, show bag, or I will call the police. Your choice. Fiona pulls out her phone. Then call them. I'll wait. He wanted tears. Panic. Instead, calm resistance. Put that away. I'm texting my husband. He's an attorney. He'll want to be present. Patricia laughs nervously. Your attorney husband? Some public defender? Fiona types. Doesn't look up. Corporate attorney. Specializes in employment discrimination and civil rights violations. Temperature drops 10 degrees. Gregory tries reasonable. Sits. Look, Fiona, you're slow, not fitting in. Money's missing. I don't want to ruin your life. Just admit it. Return the money. Resign quietly. Neutral reference. No police. No record. I didn't steal anything. Then why won't you prove it? The burden of proof is on the accuser. 10:28. Jennifer appears, uncomfortable. Won't meet Fiona's eyes. Holds Fiona's purse. Mr. Stone? Found this in the staff room. Fiona's eyes narrow. How did you access my locked locker? Jennifer stares at shoes. It was just sitting there. In my locked locker? Silence. Gregory takes the bag, unzips, dumps contents on desk, wallet, keys, charger, lipstick, receipt folder, handbook, protein bar, water bottle. Don't touch my personal property, steel in Fiona's voice. He opens her wallet, $180 cash inside. Quite a bit for someone just fined $350. My money, tips from earlier this week. Prove it. Patricia reaches across, pulls envelope from receipt folder, opens it. Inside, $240 cash, wrapped in Sterling's server book page. Table 12. Patricia, VIP council party. Written clearly. Fiona's face shows the first crack. Shock. What is that? Patricia, triumphant. My tip money! From my VIP table! The one you stole! Pieces click. Forced locker, planted bag, exact amount, perfect labeling, conspiracy. You planted this. Serious accusation. Gregory smiles, cold, victorious. So is theft. Only one of us has HR complaints documented. His smile flickers. 10:34. 10. Gregory picks up landline. Portland Police? Need an officer at Sterling's Fine Dining, 428 Southwest Morrison. Employee theft. Calling her bluff. Fiona texts Thomas. Police called, frame job, money planted. Come now. Ready to reveal. The wait begins. 10:51. The front door opens. Officer James Cooper enters. White male, 40s, professional, body camera active, red light blinking. Gregory explains. Missing money, found in an employee bag, employee refusing cooperation, history of being too slow. Cooper turns to Fiona. Ma'am, your side? Her voice is calm, steady, clear. I'm being framed. Money was planted after my locker was illegally accessed. I have witnesses to my whereabouts. Security footage will show I was never near the server station, and I have 3 weeks documenting systematic racial harassment. Aaron steps forward. Officer, Fiona was at Dish Pit 9:15 to 9:45. Continuous visibility. She never left. Diana approaches. The security camera above the server station has timestamps. It'll show who was actually there at 8:30. Gregory wavers. Those cameras aren't recording. Diana meets his eyes, steady, brave. They've been recording since February. Corporate upgraded them. Patricia goes pale. 10:58. The front door opens again. Thomas Bennett enters. Black man, 6'2", tailored suit, leather briefcase, flag pin on lapel, calm authority. Thomas Bennett, attorney at law, Oregon Bar 89543, representing Ms. Brooks. All questioning stops. Gregory scoffs. Criminal matter, counselor. Your client was caught. Thomas hands Cooper a card. Hands one to Fiona. I specialize in employment discrimination. Officer, recommend we examine evidence carefully before accusations that could result in liability. Cooper recognizes complexity. Mr. Stone, you mentioned cameras. Can we review? Gregory hesitates. They're not actually, but they are. Diana is already moving to the back office. I can pull footage now. Gregory furious. Diana, you're fired. Thomas, calm. Officer, note that as witness retaliation. He just terminated an employee for offering evidence. Cooper writes, red flags everywhere. 11:09. Small office, computer monitors, multiple angles. Diana logs in, pulls up footage. Evidence unfolds on screen. 8:12. Fiona enters the Dish Pit. Visible continuously. 8:28. Patricia at her station. Pockets cash. Looks around. Walks away. 8:33. Patricia returns. Places envelope in book. Walks away. 9:15. Fiona washing dishes. Aaron is nearby. 9:18. Patricia and Jennifer enter the locker room together. 9:23. Exit. Jennifer carries Fiona's purse. 9:25. Jennifer places purse in common area. Cooper watches twice. Rewinds. Thomas watches Gregory and Patricia. Color draining. Fiona watches. Neutral. Waiting. Gregory attempts. Doesn't prove she didn't take it earlier. Thomas interrupts. Open a briefcase. Thick folder. Officer, this proves a conspiracy. Evidence tampering, false accusation, breaking and entering, and 3 weeks of systematic racial harassment were documented. Audio recordings, Oregon one-party consent, performance data proving she was fastest while accused of being too slow, pattern of discrimination. Cooper turns to Gregory. Sir, step outside with me. Radios for the second unit, walls closing in. 11:24. The dining room, the staff gathered, chairs scattered, lights still bright, the smell of cleaning solution and stale wine. Officer Cooper has separated Gregory and Patricia outside. A second officer arrived. Radio chatter through the windows. Aaron stands near the kitchen door, arms crossed. Diana at the host stand. Jennifer cried quietly. Kyle was confused. Tommy is uncertain. Thomas stands with Fiona near the center of the room. Fiona speaks. For the first time, her voice carries authority she's been hiding for 3 weeks. Everyone, please remain here. There's something you need to understand about what's been happening. She reaches into Thomas's briefcase, pulls out a leather credential holder, opens it. Inside, her real driver's license, corporate ID badge with photo, letter on Bennett Hospitality Group letterhead. My name is not Fiona Brooks. She pauses, lets the moment breathe. My name is Fiona Bennett. I am the founder and CEO of Bennett Hospitality Group. I own Sterling's Fine Dining, all 12 locations across 3 states. I own this building. Every plate, every glass, every piece of silverware in this restaurant. Dead silence. No one moves, no one breathes. Aaron's jaw drops. Wait, what? Diana gasps, hand over mouth. Jennifer's crying intensifies. Kyle stares. Oh my God. Tommy looks lost. The Forbes article, lady? Through the window, Patricia is visible outside with Cooper. She seems to collapse against the building wall, knees buckling. Gregory's face cycles through colors, red to white to green. His mouth opens, closes. No words come. Fiona continues, voice steady, clear, powerful. 3 weeks ago, I went undercover as a server. This location had the highest turnover rate in our company, 340% annually. The most HR complaints, the most legal settlements. I needed to see for myself what my employees experience every day. She makes eye contact with each person. What I found was systematic racial discrimination. A manager who weaponized too slow accusations exclusively against employees of color, despite data proving they were the fastest workers. Wage theft through fraudulent fines, retaliation against anyone who spoke up. Her voice hardens. And tonight, conspiracy to frame me for theft, to give me a criminal record, to destroy my life. Because Gregory Stone believed I was powerless. Thomas opens his briefcase fully, organized folders visible inside. We have 3 weeks of audio recordings. Oregon is one-party consent. Time-stamped performance data from the POS system. Witness statements. Video evidence. Financial records of every illegal fine. And tonight's surveillance footage showing the entire frame-up. He pulls out a document. 47 discriminatory incidents. 23 specific uses of too slow as racial targeting. 100% directed at employees of color. 0 directed at white employees who were statistically slower. Gregory outside tries to speak. Voice carries through the glass. This is entrapment. You lied about who you were. This was a setup. Thomas, calm and cutting. Employment testing is completely legal, Mr. Stone. Undercover workplace investigations are standard in discrimination cases. You entrapped yourself. My wife did nothing except exist as a black woman and do excellent work. That was enough to trigger your bias. Officer Cooper's voice through the window. Mr. Stone, turn around. Hands behind your back. The click of handcuffs echoes. You're being arrested for conspiracy to commit fraud, evidence tampering, false accusation, and theft. You have the right to remain silent. The second officer moves to Patricia. Same procedure, same rights, same handcuffs. Fiona turns back to staff, her employees. I want to be clear. This isn't revenge. This is accountability. Gregory Stone systematically targeted people of color, used speed as a weapon. Tonight he tried to have me arrested for a crime he orchestrated. She pauses. Lets that sink in. How many of you were fined for being too slow? Aaron raises his hand. Slowly. Diana raises hers. 3 absent former employees she knows about. Documentation already collected. How many white employees were fined despite slower performance? Jennifer, Kyle, Tommy. Stay silent, staring at shoes. That's not an accident. That's a system. And that system ends tonight. Aaron approaches, voice shaking. Ms. Bennett, I wanted to speak up so many times. I was scared. I have a kid. I need this job. You spoke up tonight, Aaron. When it mattered most, you risked your job to tell the truth. That's courage. Diana, tears streaming. I should have done more. I should have reported. You tried. I have your emails to HR from 8 months ago. The system failed you. That changes now. Jennifer sobbing. Ms. Bennett, I'm so sorry. Gregory said it was just a prank, that you'd just get fired. I didn't know. You participated in framing someone for a crime, Jennifer. I didn't know doesn't excuse that. You're on probation. 60 days. One more incident and you're done. Prove you're better than your worst decision. She addresses everyone. Sterling's changes tonight. Those who participated in harassment or conspiracy will hear from the legal. Those who stayed silent from fear, I understand. That fear ends now. Those who tried to help, thank you. She looks at each face. Gregory believed he could call me too slow. Fine me, demote me, humiliate me, frame me, because he thought I was powerless. Her voice drops, quiet but deadly. He was wrong about my power. But more importantly, he was wrong to think anyone deserves that treatment, regardless of their power. Through the window, Gregory is walked toward a police car, hands cuffed, head down. Fiona calls after him. Gregory, look at me. He turns, humiliated, broken. You were right about one thing. I know my place, exactly where I belong, at the top of this company, making sure people like you never have power over people like me again. She pauses. Final blow. And for the record, I was never too slow. I was exactly fast enough to document every single crime you committed. Saturday, May 13th, 3:14 in the morning. Portland Police Central Precinct. Fluorescent lights buzz. Burnt coffee smell. Disinfectant. Gregory Stone in processing. Mugshot. Front view. Side view. Flash burns his eyes. Fingerprints. Each finger pressed to the scanner. DNA swab. Cotton against inner cheek. Charges read aloud. Conspiracy to commit fraud. Felony. Evidence tampering. Felony. False accusation. Felony. Theft by deception. $2,340. Felony. Illegal search. Misdemeanor. Breaking and entering. Felony. Bail. $50,000. His wife arrives at 6, crying, asking what happened. He won't look at her. Parents post bail. Released 8:30. Sunlight hurts after the cell darkness. 7:15. Patricia's house. Suburban street. Quiet morning. Her daughter answers in pajamas. 2 officers on the porch. Patricia Hughes, you're under arrest. Same charges minus systematic theft. Complicated in conspiracy, not the 3-week scheme. Daughter watches from the doorway, crying. Bail, $25,000. Released by noon. 10 o'clock Saturday. Sterling's dining room. Chairs in a circle. 38 of 43 staff attend. Emergency text 1 hour ago. Mandatory meeting. Fiona arrives in a navy suit. Pearl earrings, hairstyled. CEO now, no more hiding. Thomas beside her. Samuel Hayes, VP of HR, setting up a laptop. Fiona stands center. First, I apologize, not for investigating. That was necessary. But for how long you suffered while the corporation failed you. Murmurs. Surprise. CEO apologizing to line staff. Second, Gregory Stone and Patricia Hughes are terminated. They'll never work for Bennett Hospitality again. I'm blacklisting them everywhere. Applause. Some were crying. Relief. Samuel Hayes projects spreadsheet. Every illegal fine will be reimbursed with 10% interest. 24 months audited. If you were fined for being too slow, dress code, attitude, anything fabricated, you get a check within 30 days. Aaron raises his hand. What about people who quit? We're contacting every employee who resigned in 2 years. Everyone gets restitution and a written apology from me. Diana asks. How much total? Samuel clicks. $18,450. 23 employees over 18 months. Every penny returned plus interest plus compensation. Gasps. More tears. Policy changes today. Fine system eliminated across all 12 locations. Anonymous hotline to corporate. Mandatory anti-discrimination training. Monday. New management. Fiona looks at Diana. I want you as general manager. $85,000 starting. Full benefits. Equity stake. Diana can't speak, just nods, tears streaming. Aaron, sous chef, full culinary education sponsorship. Wherever you want. Aaron covers his face, shoulders shaking. Jennifer, 60 days probation. One more incident done. But people can change. Prove me right. 2:17 Saturday afternoons. Portland Tribune. Rachel Anderson gets a tip. Police scanner. She calls Fiona. Ms. Bennett, can you confirm you were undercover? I conducted a 3-week investigation into discrimination. Results led to criminal charges and policy reform across all properties. 4:37. The story goes live. Headline: Restaurant CEO goes undercover, exposes racist manager who called her too slow, leads to arrests. The article includes background, discrimination details, surveillance stills. Fiona quotes. Fine data. 7 that evening, the story explodes. Twitter. Too slow, too. Stop me trends nationally. TikTok. 4.2 million views in 6 hours. Instagram. Fiona gains 180,000 followers. Reddit. Front page justice served. Former employees commenting publicly. Gregory fined me $300 for being too slow. I'm black. I was the fastest. He said I had rhythm issues. I'm Puerto Rican. He's racist. I witnessed 2 years. Thank God someone stopped him. Saturday, 9:45. Gregory's attorney releases statement. Mr. Stone maintains innocence. This was entrapment designed to destroy his career. He denies racial bias. Comments erupt. Public against him. Sunday. National media. CNN. MSNBC. NPR. Everyone covering. By evening, Fiona has interview requests. 60 Minutes. Good Morning America. Daily Show. The story is everywhere. Sterling transforms. Diana was promoted. Aaron in culinary school. Staff retention 93%. Revenue up 22%. Customer satisfaction 4.9 stars. Pay equity audit completed. Gaps eliminated. Starting wage $18 plus tips. Tip pooling transparent. Audited weekly. New reviews flood in. Best service in Portland. You can feel the positive energy. Knowing the story makes eating here meaningful. Finally, fine dining that walks the walk on justice. 6 months later, Sterling's isn't just a restaurant anymore. It's proof that accountability works, that courage matters, that system can change. Gregory awaits trial. Patricia accepted a plea. 18 months jail, 3 years probation, 15,000 restitution, community service, counseling, banned from food service management. The walls Gregory built are ashes. The empire Fiona built stands stronger. Justice isn't just coming. Justice is here. Monday, May 15th, 9 in the morning. Bennett Hospitality Group Conference Room, floor-to-ceiling windows, Portland skyline through spring rain. Polished table seats 12. Present, Fiona Bennett, Thomas Bennett, Samuel Hayes, Linda Richardson, Assistant District Attorney, 2 Oregon Bureau of Labor investigators, Rachel Anderson, Portland Tribune. Samuel Hayes projects findings. Documented incidents over 18 months, 47 discriminatory events, 23 used too slow as justification, 100% against employees of color, 0 against white employees. Performance data displayed. Bar graphs, color-coded, undeniable. Black employees average service, 26 minutes. Hispanic employees, 28 minutes. White employees, 39 minutes. Black employees fined, 100%. White employees fined, 0%. Financial theft, $2,340 across 9 employees. 78% fines to black workers comprising 22% of staff. Evidence types, 127 hours audio. Surveillance from 18 incidents. Time-stamped POS data. Text messages between Gregory and Patricia. 14 witness statements. HR complaints spanning 28 months. Linda Richardson reviews everything. This is one of the most documented discrimination cases I've prosecuted. Audio, video, data, witnesses, clear pattern. Strong convictions likely. She pulls out amended charges. Against Gregory Stone, organized scheme to defraud. 9 counts wage theft. 23 counts civil rights violations. 6 counts witness retaliation. RICO consideration. Total potential, 12 to 18 years. Against Patricia Hughes, conspiracy. Evidence tampering. 3 counts of harassment. Total potential, 4 to 6 years. 2 o'clock. Press conference. Bennett Hospitality Headquarters. 23 reporters. 4 local stations. AP and Reuters covering. Fiona reads a prepared statement. Thomas beside her. Cameras clicking. For 3 weeks, I was not a CEO, not a millionaire, not protected. I was just a black woman doing her job. And that was enough to make me a target. Pause. Cameras capture her. Gregory Stone weaponized too slow. Used it for fines, demotions, humiliation. Made me doubt my competence despite data proving I was fastest. He used it because it sounds objective. Performance-based. But it was never a performance. Always race. Questions begin. Critics say you entrapped him. Response? Employment testing is legal. I did nothing to provoke discrimination. I existed as a black woman and did excellent work. If that feels like a trap, racism traps itself. He could have treated me with dignity. He chose otherwise. Will you continue undercover operations? I'll never tell my 850 employees whether I might be the next new hire. That uncertainty forces ethics. But they shouldn't need fear, just decency. Message to workers facing discrimination? Document everything. Record if legal. Screenshot. Save emails. Note witnesses. No Title VII rights. NOACP, EEOC, labor boards help. You're not alone. Retaliation has penalties too. Wednesday, May 17th. Multnomah County Circuit Court. Judge Elizabeth Warren presiding. The courtroom was packed. Media overflow. Former employees in the gallery. Gregory Stone enters in suit. Clean-shaven. Small. His public defender Mark Collins overwhelmed. Patricia Hughes separate. Attorney negotiating plea. Linda Richardson presents. Your Honor, systematic targeting using performance as smokescreen. Evidence includes audio stating, "Some people don't have natural speed. It's cultural." Video timing only black employees. Data proving they were faster than undisciplined white staff. Conspiracy to frame the company owner believing she was powerless. Collins attempts defense. Your Honor, my client admits poor management but denies racial animus. Judge Warren interrupts. Holds a document. Counselor, your client issued 23 warnings for slow service. All to 6 employees, all people of color. 0 to white employees despite 3 being slower. Explain consistency. Collins deflates. We'll review data more carefully. Patricia's plea deal. Patricia's plea terms. Guilty to conspiracy and harassment. 18 months jail, work release after 6. 3 years probation. 15,000 restitution. 200 hours of community service. Bias counseling. Permanent ban from Oregon Food Service Management. She reads a statement. Crying. I'm ashamed. I allowed toxic loyalty and prejudices to hurt people. I destroyed Ms. Bennett's reputation, used speed as a weapon against people of color. I'm sorry to everyone who suffered because I chose complicity. Fiona watches, stone-faced, hollow apology, but on record. Gregory refuses plea, insists on trial. Hearing ends, bound over. Bail increased $75,000. Trial date August 1st. Hate crime enhancement considered. Leaving the courthouse, protesters line the sidewalk. Milkshake thrown, misses. Media swarms. He covers face. Life destroyed. Fired. Blacklisted. Shamed. Decades prison ahead. Friday, May 19th. Civil suits. 14 former employees file class action. Thomas Bennett's firm plus 2 civil rights firms representing. Claims: hostile environment, racial discrimination, Oregon violations, emotional distress, wage theft, retaliation, damages, $500,000 per plaintiff, $7 million total, punitive uncapped, attorney fees, costs, May 22nd. Gregory's attorney contacts Thomas, wants settlement. Broke, desperate. Settlement May 26th. $50,000 per plaintiff. $700,000 total. From Gregory's assets. Home equity $280,000. Retirement $185,000. Investments $95,000. Future garnishment 25% 15 years. Public apology recorded. YouTube posted. Discrimination admission on record. Permanent supervisory ban. Gregory signs. No choice. Parents co-sign. Assets insufficient. Oregon BOLI investigation. All 12 locations were audited. June 3rd findings. Portland. Violations confirmed. 11 others. Exemplary records. Diverse leadership. 0 complaints. Isolated infection. Not systemic culture. BOLI Commissioner. Bennett Hospitality demonstrated exceptional responsibility. Ms. Bennett's investigation represents a leadership model. We recommend her methods as best practice. June 15th. The National Restaurant Association invites Fiona to keynote. July 20th. Speech to 2,400 restaurant owners. You don't need undercover operations. You need systems where discrimination can't hide. Anonymous reporting, transparent metrics, outside audits. Believe employees of color when they report problems. Don't wait for the CEO to experience it. Standing ovation. Industry-wide discussions sparked. August 1st. Criminal trial begins. 4 days total. Day 1. Prosecution presents audio, video, data, witnesses. Day 2. Aaron testifies being called too slow despite fastest speed. Diana testifies, frame up. Fiona testifies, 3 hours. Day 3. Defense argues tough but fair management. Jury, skeptical. Defense expert admits data shows disparate impact. Day 4. Closing arguments. The jury deliberates for 3 hours. Verdict, guilty. All counts. August 8th. Sentencing. Judge Warren addresses Gregory. Mr. Stone, you systematically weaponized speed as a race proxy. You created a hostile environment. When confronted by the owner, you tried having her arrested for your crime. Extraordinary abuse of power and deep bias. Sentence: 8 years, Oregon State Penitentiary. 75,000 fines. Full restitution. Permanent management ban upon release. Mandatory bias counseling. Gregory led away, handcuffs clicking. Fiona sits in the gallery, doesn't smile, simply watches justice served. Exiting, reporters swarm. Ms. Bennett, how do you feel? The system worked. Slowly, imperfectly, but it worked. Every manager watching should understand there are consequences for racism. Real, serious, life-destroying consequences. She walks to her car, Thomas beside her, rain falling softly. Portland is gray and clean. Inside, she's not celebrating. She's thinking of the employees who quit before she arrived, the ones who suffered in silence, the ones who didn't have power to fight back. This victory isn't just hers, it's theirs too. Justice delayed, but finally delivered, 6 months later, November 2025. Sterling's Portland flagship reopens after 1 month of renovation and retraining. New management. Diana Crawford, general manager. Aaron Willis, sous chef, enrolled in Le Cordon Bleu online program, company sponsored. The changes are visible immediately. Management team, 60% people of color, was 15%. Front of house, balanced racial representation. Back of house, 3 staff now in culinary school. Staff retention, 93% over 6 months. Was 30% annually. Revenue up 22%. Positive press. Community support. Customer satisfaction, 4.9 out of 5 stars. Was 4.2. Employee satisfaction anonymous survey, 9.1 out of 10. Was 3.8. Pay equity audit completed. Gaps eliminated. Starting wage, $18 plus tips, was 14. Tip pooling transparent. Audited weekly. No manager can touch it. Customer reviews flood in. Best service I've experienced in Portland. You can feel the positive energy from the staff. Knowing the story behind this place makes every meal meaningful. Finally, fine dining that actually walks the walk on justice and inclusion. Rachel Anderson returns for a 6-month follow-up feature. Sterling's Renaissance, How One CEO's Courage Transformed an Industry. They sit in Fiona's office. November rain against windows. Portland gray skies outside. Coffee steaming between them. Looking back, any regrets about how you handled this? Fiona considers carefully. I regret it was necessary. I regret that employees suffered even one day under Gregory Stone. I regret that corporate oversight failed to catch this sooner. But the investigation itself? No regrets. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Racism hides in the shadows. I brought light. Critics say you have advantages that most workers don't. Power, money, legal resources. What about workers who can't fight back like you did? Fiona leans forward, intent, passionate. You're absolutely right. I had enormous advantages. That's exactly why I used them this way. I could have fired Gregory from my office, settled quietly, moved on. That wouldn't change anything systemically. Instead, I documented everything. Filed criminal charges, made it public. I wanted to send a message. There are real consequences for discrimination. She pauses, makes sure Rachel captures this. For workers without my resources, record everything if legal in your state. Document every incident. Know your rights under Title VII. Contact EEOC, NOACP, ACLU, state labor boards. Find employment attorneys working on contingency. You're not alone. And know this, walking away is valid. Your dignity matters more than any job. But if you fight, fight smart. Evidence beats anger every time. The bigger picture. Since the case, 47 other restaurant workers contacted Bennett Hospitality with similar stories from other companies. 12 discrimination lawsuits filed against other Portland restaurants, citing Fiona's case as precedent. Oregon legislature considering Fair Speed Standards Act to ban timing-based discrimination. 3 other CEOs announced undercover investigations at their own companies. The movement is growing. Right now, somewhere, a manager is abusing power. Somewhere, an employee is being judged by skin color instead of performance. Somewhere, too slow is code for too black. But something is changing. People are watching. People are documenting. People are fighting back. If you witness workplace discrimination, here's what you do. Document it. Dates, times, witnesses, exact words. Record if legal in your state. Check one-party consent laws. Report to HR, EEOC, state labor boards. Be the witness someone else needs. If you're in management, examine your biases honestly. Check your data. Who do you praise? Who do you criticize? Look for patterns. If all your slow employees are one race, you don't have a speed problem. You have a discrimination problem. Create transparent, objective performance metrics. If you're a consumer, support businesses with demonstrated equity commitments. When you witness discrimination, speak up. Your voice as a customer carries weight. Leave reviews mentioning inclusive service culture. Share this story. Not for Fiona's benefit, for accountability. The more people know discrimination has serious consequences, the less likely they engage in it. According to EEOC, racial discrimination accounts for 33% of workplace charges. But that's only reported cases. Studies suggest for every person filing, 9 stay silent from fear. Fiona proved silence doesn't have to be default. So here's the question for you. When you witness injustice in your actual life, not on a screen, not in a story, but in front of you, what will you do? Will you document the truth? Will you stand with the victim instead of looking away? Will you believe too slow might be code for something darker? Or will you tell yourself it's not your problem? Fiona Bennett chose action over comfort, risk over safety, justice over silence. She used her power to dismantle the system that would have destroyed someone without that power. What will you choose? If this story moved you, like it. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. A coworker facing discrimination. A manager needing a wake-up call. A friend who thinks racism is exaggerated. Subscribe to Black Voices Uncut for more stories where justice wins, where evidence beats prejudice, where courage changes systems. Comment below. Have you been called too slow when you knew it was code for something else? Have you witnessed this? Let's build a community where these stories are told, believed, acted upon. Remember this. Next time someone calls you too slow, ask yourself and ask them, too slow compared to whom? Based on what data? Applied to which employees? Because sometimes, too slow just means, I don't like your skin color, but I need an excuse. And if you're the one using those words, ask yourself what you really mean. Justice isn't just about punishment. It's about changing who holds power and how they use it. 3 weeks of courage beat 18 months of cruelty. Document everything. Fight smart. Win.